Okay, hello everyone and welcome back in today's tutorial session, logo design part 2. So in this tutorial session we are going to be designing this version of the Adidas logo. For those who are new to this channel, please I would like you to subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our next video, and to follow us as we go along. I'm going to be dropping in the description below the link to the first tutorial logo design part 1, where we saw how to design the other version of the Adidas logo. So not to waste much of your time, let's get started. So open your Pixel Lab, by the way, and the first thing I'm going to do is to delete this text on the screen. Yes, I'm going to delete this text on the screen, and I'm going to change the background color to white so that everything I do can be visible. So now in today's session we are going to be making use of one very important tool in Pixel Lab called the Bezier tool, and with this tool you can use it to produce various shapes and use it for your designs. So I'm going to be showing you step by step on how to use this tool to produce shapes and use it for your designs. So let's get started. So write down on your screen, you can see this tool called the Bezier tool. After coming to this image icons, yes, after clicking on this image icon, you can see the Bezier tool here. So now let's click on the Bezier tool. Once you click on the Bezier tool, you can see, scroll down and you can see the various features, the stroke color, the opacity of your shape, the stroke width, and so on. So now each time you click on the Bezier tool, you have this curling line that appears. So I'm going to start with this first panel and explain each of them, what they do step by steps. So let's start with this first panel. Once you see, if you click on the plus sign, each time you click on the plus sign, you see a new curly line appears, just like that. And each time you click on the minus sign, it disappears, it deletes each of the curly line. And you equally have the copy icon right in the middle. Yes, this copy icon. Each time you click on that, you see the curly line copy itself, it repeats itself just like that, and it somehow forms a shape. Yes, it forms a shape. Now you can see the number of curly lines you have already used here as 8 and so on. So if you keep on copying, the number keeps increasing to 10. So let me just delete them back. Yes, so now we are going to move to the next panel. As you can see, here is the next panel, and I'm going to equally explain what each of the tool that does. So now we are on the first one, and the first one has a plus sign. With this first icon, each time you tap on the screen, it produces a line to the point you have tapped, just like that. You see, it produces a line to the point you have tapped. So that's that. And if you come to the second, with this second, you can use it to adjust the curling lines you have produced to form a particular shape, a desired shape of your choice. So let's say I want to adjust this. You see, you simply use the arrow and you can adjust it. You can drag, you use the notes. Yes, those points that are called the notes, you can use them to move your shape and produce any desired shape of your choice. Okay, as you can see. Now you go to the third one. This third one you can simply use it to move your shape around. You see, once I click on it, I can move my shape around just like that. So let's go now to the third panel and let's see what this panel does. So let's go to this third panel here. Okay, so now on this third panel we have this first icon which has a cross on it. So each time you click on this icon, you will notice that one of the curling lines disappears. So it's somehow of a delete tool. Each time you click on it, a curling line disappears. Okay, so that's that for the first icon. So now we come down to this second icon And on this second icon, it is used to merge your curly lines together. It is used to merge your shape to form a closed loop so that you can feel the opacity and so on. So let's say I click on it, you see it will find a way to link my lines together to form a closed loop. And once it does that, you can fill now this shape with any color of your choice because it is close. Okay, so now we can have the next tool, which is this. Each time you click on it, you can use it to just adjust the scale. You see, just adjust the scale. So that's that. And you have this next one, which is to rotate. You can rotate your shape. You can rotate your shape to any, you have to select what you are doing. You can rotate your shape, any of it. So let's see, let me first of all delete that. We are not working with it. So this is what we are working with. So this icon is used to rotate your shape just like this. Okay, so now let's come down. You can see now here we have the opacity. So once I have this shape, once I have this shape, I can now feel the opacity. Like I can feel the opacity with any color. You see, since it has formed a closed loop, I can feel it using any color of my choice. So down here you have the color panel, which you can use. You can feel it. Let's say I'm feeling it with head. Now if I continue down, I'll see the stroke width. That is the stroke of the lines that forms the shape. If I increase it, you see it increase the stroke. So depending on you, depending on the desired shape you want, you can use these various tools to adjust your shape. And down you can have the opacity of the stroke. Like if I increase the stroke to this, I can reduce the opacity, I can increase the opacity, just like that. It's just a sort of manipulation. And you have the stroke color. You can choose the stroke color to red, to blue, to black. That's it. So now we are going to use this tool to design the shape of the Adidas logo we'll be using. So I'm going to cancel all of this. Yes, and we are going to start from afresh. Let me just put this various let me come to the stroke width and reduce it. Let me reduce it to, let's say, 10. I think 10 is good. So that's what I have. Now let me also come to the opacity and put it to 0 so that you can see everything I'm doing. So now this is the shape I have. I'm going to form a closed loop by using this merging tool. So this is what I have. And let me delete one note. So I'm going to use this to form the shape of the Adidas logo. I'm going to come here and I'll do some adjustment on this. And I'm going to do some adjustment on this. You see, I'll simply use those two arrows to adjust the shape to my desire, to my wish. Okay, so just like this, I can adjust the shape just like this. Okay, so now I think this is good. So I'm going to come down to the opacity and I'll fill it, and I'll use a color of black, as you can see. And I'll come to my stroke width, I'll reduce it to 0 so that this is what I obtain. And I'll click on the check mark. So now this is our shape we have produced. As you can see on the screen, this is our shape we have produced, and we'll be using this shape to form the Adidas logo. So right now I'm going to copy this shape. I'm going to copy this shape, two of them. I'm going to copy them and I'll bring them by the side, as you can see on the Adidas logo. So I'll bring them here and I'll come to my rotate icon. I'm going to rotate each of the shapes. Into our layers and I'll simply merge this together. Okay, yes, so this might not be perfect, but as you can see, this is how it is done. So you can go ahead and try to do a very perfect one. So now I'm going to come to my shapes. Okay, I'm going to come to my shapes and I'll choose a square. I'll use this square and I'll use a color of black. No, let's say I'll use let's say a color of black. Let's say no, yeah, let's use a color of red instead. So now I'm going to reduce this square to form this small rectangle, as you can see, and I'll simply position the rectangle just as you can see on the screen. Okay, so I'm going to copy this rectangle. I'm going to copy. So now I'm equally going to come to our layers and I'll merge all of these shapes together. I'll merge all of these shapes together so that they can form one, and I'll come here to my erase icon. You see, we have this erase icon here and I'll enable. Once I enable, I'm going to use the color pick to pick the red color. Then you see this happens. Okay, so this is perfect and this is what we wanted to achieve. Remember, I told you this might not be very perfect as the Adidas logo, but you can go ahead and use the brazier tool to sharpen the shapes and produce a more perfect something. So this is just a video on how to do it, and I hope through this you learn something. So let's go ahead by adding the Adidas logo text. So we are going to come to the text and this time we'll be adding Adidas. Yeah, so just like that, we are going to add Adidas and we come to our fonts. I have a recent font I use for the Adidas logo. I'm simply going to use it back. So here it is, and we are going to change the color to black. Okay, we're going to change the color to black. We are equally going to increase the character spacing to, let's say, 10, or let's say 5. Then we increase the size to 100. okay, just like this. And so now you see we usually have this S icon, I will say logo, which you see on many logo or many brands. So we are simply going to add that to our logo. So that's it. I'm going to give it a black color. Yes. So now I'm equally going to change the font of it to this font. Okay, so let me centralize it so you can see. And I will come to my shapes once more. I'll come to my shapes and I'll use a circle, reduce the opacity of the circle to 0, and then increase the stroke to 10. So I'm going to use this circle to enclose the S. Okay, so I'm going to come back to our layers and I'll merge these two together to form this. And now I'm going to reduce it to this, and I'll simply place it here at the top right of the adidas, as you can see, and everything is done. Okay, so here we have achieved the adidas logo. You can go ahead and save this image as this project as an image, or you save it as a project, so each time you can come to it and edit. So I'm going to save it as PNG and the ultra. Remember, this is the high quality standard we have for pixel lab, so always save your designs as PNG and ultra. So you can equally come to the background and choose a transparent background to save the image without background and use it in your various designs or mockup. So you simply come to ultra and you saved. So that was that. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something. If that's the case, please don't forget to like, give a comment, drop your comment in the comment section below if you have any worries or any questions, and equally if you have any video recommendation which you would like me to do for you, make use of the comment section below. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our next videos. So with that said, thank you guys for watching and see you in the next one. Ciao.